Hi angels, this is Leia. Have you ever wondered if there's someone who's meant especially for you? If so, keep watching. One of the questions I've been asked repeatedly over the years is, do you believe in soulmates? There are so many schools of thought on that, but in the meantime, since so many people appear to enjoy this topic, let's touch on it a little bit. So in movies and in novels, soulmates are always romantic partners. Think Prince Charming. However, in my personal experience, therefore in my personal belief system, they can be not just the people that we get intimate with, that we have a strong connection to, but also really good friends, and sometimes even family members. I have this one very dear friend, a soul sister really. We grew up across the street from each other, but for the longest time, we did not talk at all. One day, when I was 16 and she was 17, we ran into each other on our way to school, and surprisingly from that moment on, all the way to today, we became really good friends. It's unbelievable sometimes how these things happen, but I do believe in divine timing, and I think on a soul level, or at least on an inner level, we make the decision to get close to certain people or some of our soulmates at particular points in our lives because we wouldn't have been able to appreciate each other back then. The kind of mentality we had back then, or our belief systems, or our level of maturity, we probably wouldn't have matched. And it may seem sad, but some people who were really close to us just don't follow us into adulthood. Even if we used to be very close, super tight, our wavelengths just don't match anymore. Because see, and this might have happened to some of you too, sometimes people are only in our lives for a certain period of time, and that's because the lessons that we're currently learning match what they're learning, and so we make great companions at that point. But then when either we or they have learned what we need to learn, then it's all over. Sometimes one of those two people hasn't learned the lesson yet, but because the other already has, he or she moves on, and then another soulmate for that person steps in so that they can complete that lesson. So in that sense, a soulmate serves as a karmic partner of sorts. But I also believe that if both those people truly do love each other and want to grow together, be it as friends or as lovers, then both will make the effort necessary and both will do what it takes to stay together. If it feels forced, then maybe the universe is already giving you a message right there that it's just not supposed to be. Who knows, in the future, you very well could get back together. Since soulmates are not necessarily a romantic partner, I do believe that we have a few of them. The one-on-one relationship that is referred to a lot, where the other person is like the other half of you, that's more along the lines of twin souls or twin flames. In my perspective, a twin soul or a twin flame is a soulmate, but not all soulmates obviously are your twin soul. As for a soulmate who's a romantic partner, speaking of which, anyway, as I was saying, as for that soulmate who's a romantic partner, it seems to me that it's going to be different for each and every one of us. For some of us, we're going to have that one special love of our life who is completely and totally irreplaceable. Even if we meet other people who are so wonderful, they can just never take the place of that person. While for other people, there will be a few. I think that as long as we aren't entering into a relationship coming from a place of desperation, instead we're coming from this place of we just want to enrich all the wonderful stuff that we've already got going on, then by all means, go for it. Don't come from a place of emptiness, because then you're only going to seek to be filled by the other person, and when they can't deliver, you're going to be so disappointed. But anyway, I already talk about the same stuff in my other love vlogs. I'm going to post a link in the description box, by the way, for your convenience. And no matter what relationship style it is that you personally prefer, whether you're like me, where after you've found that special someone, you just want to spend the rest of your life if possible together, or you prefer to have shorter relationships that last for as long as whatever feels natural, and then you move on to the next person who's going to help you grow from that point onwards. I wish you well. All the best to you in your relationships, angels. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up and share it with anyone else who you know will be inspired by it. Also subscribe if you haven't yet, that way you can stay updated on all future uploads. Take very good care of yourself. I send you love. Namaste.